Hey guys, so you all know that I got a prosthetic from the Ultimate Prosthetics, and if you've seen my other video, I already reviewed it, kind of. This is the review that I am giving since I've actually used it. I didn't use it before, I didn't want to, but after, hearing some guys, I decided that I would give it a go and try and be fair and, review the whole thing on everything. So I'm going to talk about the three main functions: the packing, peeing, and sex. I wrote up a whole review on it. It goes pretty in depth. There's a lot of stuff I covered, but I tried recording all that and it goes past like 30 minutes. And I'm not going to subject you all to 30 minutes of me. So, you can go ahead and go down and click on the link or put it in your bar or whatever. But yeah, go ahead and read the review. Hopefully I can, help you. If you want to just read it, you don't have to watch the video. But here we go. Alright, so, packing. I bought the adhesive a while ago. The first adhesive I got didn't work that great. It could have been exposed to cold weather. I got the half fluid ounce, which I ended up going through fairly quickly, and I bought the 2 fluid ounces of the Telesis 5, which I also got the thinner for. You use the thinner to, I guess, thin out the adhesive, because with more air exposure it can become stringy and thick. I ended up just using the thinner to clean off the back of the prosthetic after I used it and to clean some of my skin off. Afterwards I would use Dial Gold antibacterial soap. To clean it, I would just fill up soapy water in my sink and soak the prosthetic for like 30 minutes to an hour. In the shower, I'd also used the Dial soap to get off the residual adhesive. Packing with it, it's kind of large to pack with, even though I've packed with the Mr. Right. They are both 5 inches. This is 4.9 insertable length and 5.5 inches in girth. That's a round. It looks pretty good. The coloring's kind of off. There's some parts where it's really matted, and there's other parts where it's really shiny, especially on the head. There's no like slow color change. It's very sharp. The balls are the same color as the shaft, which I personally believe the balls should have been darker, if you want it to look realistic. Granted, I did order the basic model, basic 6-inch model, which was the only model available when I ordered. I ordered in September 14th, I got it on the 16th of January. But I decided to try packing with it. I've worn it for about 2 weeks now, on and off since the beginning of February, but for a total of 2 weeks. I found that it's kind of hard to use the brush that's in here. It's kind of small. I ended up just using a paintbrush with the adhesive, and it helps get it on faster so you can place it better. You still need to wait for it to become tacky a little bit before you place it on yourself to create a bond. But you need to kind of place it up higher on your pubic bone to achieve a more anatomically correct positioning. But I also noticed that, because I positioned it in a few different ways, it works the best if you position it a little lower for the STP part, but for everything else you need it up higher. So you just need to get it so that the balls sit kind of out in front a little bit. I positioned it too low the first time, and the balls were very uncomfortable. They're a lot harder than the shaft is. I can tell that they tried making like harder balls on the inside of the sack, but it didn't really work right. Packing with it, I wear American Eagle boxer briefs or Aeropostale boxer briefs. Sometimes I wear American Eagle trunks. They hold it up pretty well. It usually takes about half an hour for me to achieve a great bond before I do anything too physically demanding. I ride my bike to the bus stop to catch the bus for school, so I need at least half an hour before that to have it bond to me. There's really only one way to pack with it. Now, if this is how it's sitting, you can only pack down. That's it. That's the only way you can pack with it. If you try packing to the sides or up, you're risking ruining the bond with the tabs. It pulls too much on your skin. It's not comfortable. But, anyways, it's not too noticeable when you pack with it, though I did find that as throughout the day, the shaft and the tip will move, you know, down either pant leg, and then it kind of shows pretty well. There's like a definite ridge where you can see the tip, but maybe that's just me noticing it more. No one's said anything to me about it yet. I've actually stopped packing with it though and stopped using it. Peeing. Okay, so the first time I peed with it, if you follow me on Tumblr, you know that the stream, instead of going straight, went at a 90-degree angle left. That is because, when noticing it, there was slightly more silicone on the inside of the right side of the tip, which was making it go left. So I fixed that, and then used it, and the stream went straight. After that, though, I didn't realize my urine was bottlenecking, which ended up causing it to overflow out the sides, and I ended up wetting my pants. Thankfully, I was at home when that happened, so there was no embarrassment. But I found that the part of the silicone had moved into the middle, I guess, when they had made it. And I guess the first few times when I peed, my, stream wasn't heavy enough or whatever. But I fixed that, I trimmed it a little on the inside, and it works great now. It actually works a lot better for peeing than I thought it would. The only downfall to using it as an STP is that it stays kind of moist down there. And there's not really a way to dry it out. They tell you to leave this part without adhesive so that you can keep air, getting to your junk, so that it doesn't get too rank or anything down there, and that way, nothing happens to you. When you pee with it, though, I found out, actually this happened at school, that, because you have to hold the balls back when you pee to close off that opening, but I didn't realize that some urine stayed in here and inside the shaft a little bit after you're done peeing, because you've created that sort of like vacuum whatever. And so when I released it, I let the balls drop, and there was nothing keeping the urine from coming back this way, and so it leaked out the back, and I wet my pants a little. Thankfully, it wasn't that much, so it didn't go like into my pants. It was just my underwear. But I suggest, releasing the balls just slightly to create that opening, and then shaking the shaft to get the rest of the urine to come out. I didn't use it at a urinal. I've only ever used a stall with it. I think it looks like you'd be peeing with a heart on. And it doesn't really look that realistic to be sticking out of my pants and standing next to a guy. Especially if my, art teacher's in there or something, since I usually just pee in the art buildings, restrooms. Let's see. Playing with it. It does not work for sex. Not at all. We tried using it for sex. We tried different positions using it for sex, and nothing worked. I was actually kind of worried, though, that it wouldn't hold. The adhesive wouldn't hold for sex, so I bought the rodeo trunks, which are kind of nice because they have the button fly, and so then there's actually like a little pouch area in the front, and you can stick the shaft down and pack with it. And the other nice feature is that there's no extra fabric over the back, so wearing the prosthetic with this was fairly easy to do. But sex, it does not work for sex. The shaft is too soft. It's like trying to have sex with a flaccid penis. It doesn't work. I couldn't penetrate her vaginally. The more I tried, the more frustrated I got. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good experience. The balls are actually harder than the shaft is. So I suggest not using it for sex. It doesn't work. But, hopefully that helps some of you. Another thing, when I was packing with it, after about the second day, it actually ripped a hole in the side of the testicle, and I believe that's because this side here doesn't have as much of, stuff to hold it as much as the tab, and so I think it just, the strain of it ripped it. So I've been watching to make sure that it didn't rip further into the shaft or into the balls more, but so far nothing. I don't see this holding up very long compared to anything else. You'd probably have to replace it every so often, so I don't think it's worth the money spent on it, because packing, it's too big to pack with. It really is. Maybe if it were a little thinner, it'd be better. It's just too bulky. It's not very comfortable to pack with. Peeing, you only get it about half of the time correctly. And sex, you can't use it at all. So overall, I don't think it's that great of a product. So just a word of caution to anyone looking to buy it, it's not the ultimate prosthetic. Hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask me on my Tumblr, or you can ask me here. You can ask me anonymously on my Tumblr, and I can post it on my blog. So hopefully this helped some of you. Yeah, so that's my review. Please go read my review too. There's a lot more interesting stuff, like my TSA experience when I was flying to California. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.